Alright, here we are at the first game over / bad ending for Ryouma Sakamoto. And so we're in chapter 1 with low romance and high corruption. And our first choice this time around is when he's like, you being with me is not gonna change anything. And we agreed the first time, but now we're gonna argue and be stubborn. That's not true. I could treat your wounds. And even if I'm hurt, I can regenerate my wounds, so I could be there to support you.
Hey, none of that. That's the last thing I want to hear. If I let a woman get in harm's way on my watch, I'd never forgive myself.
But...
It isn't too late. Head back, would ya? Oh, it's useless, isn't it? All right. Come along, then. Don't leave my sight, got it?
Okay. He wasn't happy about it, but he still took us along anyway. Okay. And then we'll have to go to our first make him endure the bloodlust thing. So, let's see how that goes. Here he goes. Alright. Make him endure it. Ryouma! I cycle through the options in my mind. Was giving him blood the appropriate response? Yes. Or was medicine a safer alternative?
Don't sweat it. I'm used to it by now.
But... He was as white as porcelain, his face draining of color with each passing second. He looked ill, and there was nothing I could do. Just then...
Oh! Oh!
His limbs thrashed wildly, letting out chilling moans as he scratched his flesh. Ryouma! I refused to continue watching him suffer, and I hastily got down to approach him. With trembling arms, he nervously grabbed a hold of me, squeezing my torso tightly. Aw, hi. I can hug you, at least.
Oh. Oh! Forgive me, Chizuru. I hoped you would have never seen me like this, but...
His bravado paid him no favors this time. What are you talking about? Stop worrying about that. I frantically rested my head against him, doing my best to offer him comfort. Almost an hour had passed until his seizure seemed to subside, but it felt like years. Man, you hugged for an hour. Yeesh. That was rough. So much for bravado. Heyo, Shiranui. Okay, so we're gonna have our hangout on the hill. Alright, we do fight some Furies down below. I think I remember her being like, I expected to be dead, but... So that's probably where the change is. Okay, with Dad, I'll do whatever it takes. Like the Avengers. If he won't be willing to hear me out... Before I could finish my sentence, it felt like a lump had swollen in my throat. I took a deep breath, trying to summon forth the courage necessary to speak my piece. I will have to do whatever it takes to stop my father. For a moment, Ryouma's eyes darted up and down my face, staring back at me silently before responding.
Gonna serve you the same thing you served me.
Huh?
Don't joke about that. I've got no intention of letting it come to that. He's your father, yes. This is nothing to make light of, most of all when it comes to whatever it takes.
Aw. Oops. Double-clicked by accident. Alright. Well, at least we have this nice moment on the hill before death happens. So we won't have to worry about doing whatever it takes this time. Here we go. Where does it all go wrong? Okay, he got those. Huh? The pace of his movements led me to believe that he could kill them all in seconds, but my optimism was quickly cut short.
Blood. Give me blood.
Ah! Uh-oh. That's a lot of them. The Furies soon encircled me, giving me no route to escape. Out of reflex, I drew out my Kodachi, spinning in a circle with its tip raised toward my fearsome foes. No sign of trepidation appeared in their eager eyes, all of which were fixed directly upon me. I felt helpless as they sauntered closer, moving to attack me all at once. No! I flailed my Kodachi as they lunged forward, but I could only inflict minor cuts, swatting them like one would a fly, and they continued unfazed. Eventually, one grabbed a hold of my sleeve. Ah! As I frantically tried to pull myself free. I lost my footing and slipped down the ridge. Of course I did. I instinctively brought my knees to my chest, rolling in the shape of a ball to avoid serious injury. Ow. The enormous height of the ridge caused my body to slam against the stony ground at breakneck speed. Ryouma. I was in agony and hopelessly separated from Ryouma. My only instinct was to find my way back to him, no matter how much pain I was in. As I clutched what felt like broken ribs, leaves rustled underneath gentle footsteps somewhere in my vicinity. Who could it be? Oh, maybe Brother and Dad were around. Could it be Ryouma? No, he couldn't get to us that quick. Or... I held my breath, only to find... Oh, more. A pair? Many pairs of red eyes? Its glare burrowing into me. And then... I immediately flinched, noticing the blinding flash of someone's blade swinging toward me. The end? The end. Okay. Wasn't Dad or Brother. They really were nowhere around. Neither was Nakaoka. It was just random Furies. And for some reason, there was one or many at the bottom of this cliff just waiting for me to fall down. Yay! Well, at least Ryouma didn't have to watch it happen, I guess, so that's good, right? Right. Alright, moving on to bad end number 2, I guess. See you guys there.